All right, well, how big is the catch-up, like you said? The Prime Minister said that we're now on a warlike footing. We've got Dan Tehan heading to Europe and National Cabinet now meeting twice a week. Is there now a sense of panic in this catch-up?
Well, I think it's a sense of determination. So throughout this COVID pandemic, it's been difficult to predict what's going to happen in the future. But time and time again, governments of Australia, state and federal and local governments have stepped up to the mark. Our health experts have stepped up to the mark time and time again. So I think Australians can feel pretty confident that we've got a flexible approach to what's been an unprecedented part of our history. And we could look at it as a glass half full or glass half empty. I decide to look at it as a glass half full, that every single challenge that we've had to face with COVID, with its aggressive suppression resulting in unfortunate lockdowns, but getting it back under control, or the vaccine rollout, I believe we're up for it, and I think Australians know that.
You mentioned public confidence. Yesterday we had the AMA Vice President on the show. He said that he's getting cancellations from people over the age of 50 who are too scared to get the AstraZeneca vaccine, which goes against that medical advice. Does the public messaging now have to change?
I think the message has to stay very consistently that the Australian government will always be open and transparent about the risks that present, so that people can make a decision about a free and voluntary vaccine for themselves, and that any safety risks will be very clearly articulated, and that safety will never take a backseat in this country with regards to the COVID vaccine rollout. So people can see what those risks are, they can work out the benefits for themselves. The benefits are clear. For those people over the age of 50, get the AstraZeneca vaccine. It's a vaccine that's going to stop you from actually having an adverse consequence such as death from COVID. And let's be clear, that's what we're worried about, and that's what the vaccine rollout is about. It's about taking this deadly disease and making it into a serious nuisance disease. So we want to stop and protect people from dying from COVID. That is the goal of the COVID vaccine rollout. So people particularly over the age of 70, we know those people at most at risk of unfortunately dying from COVID. We also know those are the ones most willing to get in and take the vaccine. So we want to encourage people. The AstraZeneca vaccine is the one that you want to take in the over 50 category. We know that it's been tested in 32 million people around the world. It's now being produced in Australia, so it's being locally made, and we have trust and faith that this is going to take COVID from being something that is affecting every one of us. It's putting all of our livelihoods at risk. It's time to take the vaccine so that we can get back to a more normal way of life as happened before COVID actually hit these shores.
Well, that's certainly the hope. Fingers crossed. Dr. Katie Allen, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much, Danica.